This is Sam Does Art. He tries to cover this topic where guys are bullied on these platforms for drawing sexy female characters. That's the motivation. And these guys never get it right. Look at this. This is insane. A legitimate artist bullied out of existence for what reason? See, at this point in the game, guys shouldn't be asking this. They draw a female character that appeals to men, and then the anti-male people get up in arms. And this guy's name is Sam Does Art, and he doesn't get it either, of course.
Guys, this is bad. This is real bad. Well, guys, we've got some more issues coming out of Twitter. So the other day I was scrolling on my timeline, wasting my life away, and I came across this. Somebody posted, "This is insane. A legitimate artist bullied out of existence for what reason?" And just like that, I was hooked, man. I was like, what is going on? At what point does this kind of stuff start
Is this what you consider wasting your life then? Right.
to deserve actual consequences? This platform is so unbelievably hostile to artists at this point, I don't even know what to say. So this tea seemed to be boiled
See what I mean? It's gender neutral terms. It's not artist, it's men. It's men on the platform that they're hostile to.
hot. Naturally, I wanted to find out more. So I click on this post, and apparently, this person on Twitter decided to make an AI call out post about another artist's work.
Now, I want you to notice something. Right. No ribs. What do they mean by no ribs? It means it's an exaggerated version of what guys like. In other words, her waist is overly tiny and short, which is an exaggeration of the female form that appeals to guys. He's pointing out the skirt. What's wrong with the skirt? Well, it's overly short, right? Guys like long legs, right? Weak, right? Broken. In other words, she has petite features that appeals to guys. You have to understand what's going on here.
And it resulted in this. So the artist deleted their account, they're gone forever, and everybody is big mad right now. You can see this post was only made a few days ago and it's gotten 176,000 likes and 8 million views. So this kind of blew up. And just before we dive into this issue, I shouldn't have to say this, but please don't send hate to anybody involved in this video. Let's all be decent human beings.
Shut up, dude. I'll do whatever I feel like. I'm going to hate my oppressors. I don't need your permission.
So let's first take a look at the original post calling out the AI art. It says, "I can't unsee it," and these are all the points that kind of make this person suspicious that this piece might have been made from AI. Now, full disclaimer, I have no idea whether or not this artist actually used AI in their work, so just take my word with a grain of salt. I'm going to approach it from the standpoint of a bystander. Now, a lot of these points here that are shown on this image are just simple mistakes that an artist could actually make. For example,
I don't see any mistakes. It looks to me like you know, a perfectly good drawing from an artist, from an amateur. At worst, he's an amateur, and that's a great drawing. I'd submit that to anybody.
the shadow on the knees, I understand it looks kind of weird, but again, that's a mistake that an artist could make. Push more on the skirt. What do you mean by that, you pervert? Now, here it says long on the forearms. First of all,
Push more on the skirt. So he's a pervert, right? And you're part of the problem, guy, right? You're part of the problem. So guys who are into sexy images of women are perverts? Men are such self-loathing losers. That's you. What's your name again? Sam Does Art. You're a self-loathing loser. Push more. He's the guy. This is what guys like you don't understand. What's wrong with the skirt? It's too short for this guy. It turns men on. That's a great image of a fun-loving, happy, gorgeous female character. That's their issue.
The forum is not long at all. Second of all, even if it was actually long on the forums, this is a mistake that anybody could make.
Also, their characters look. Uh, Wilma Flintstone, how accurate is her anatomy with her head far too big for the body? Or how about South Park, right? How do you know this guy is just doing this on purpose and saying, yeah, I like the exaggerated features of this? Sam does art.
Okay, you cannot expect every artist to be perfect. And a question mark next to the hand, yeah, I agree. Looks a little bit weird, but again, this could be a
Hands and feet are the hardest things to draw, not only for AI, but people in general. But it's neither here nor there. Now, this guy goes on for 15 minutes. Dude, I've already shot you down in less than two. I came to the point. Right, and I'll skip ahead and see if this guy has anything to say.
idea that everybody is guilty until proven innocent. Now, just to form a more mature opinion,
Hey, dude. Hey, dude. Even if he was guilty of using AI, so what? He's an amateur, isn't he?
I decided to actually look into this a little bit deeper to see what more information I can get on the original artists who deleted their account. And apparently they were Japanese. So in their final post, they
Love their art so much. Many are posting his last message, and it made me feel so sad. Right? Everyone's so sad, but finally, why weren't these guys backing this guy up if he was being bullied? Right?
They said, over the past 3 years, I've finished drawing everything that I have in mind about Kanroji Mitsuri. It was a great honor to have so many people come and see it. Please forgive me for having kept silent up until now. I hope to meet you all again. As an artist, the account will be deleted at 7 p.m., which is honestly kind of sad. Based on this message, this was obviously just somebody who was
That's what you got to say about being oppressed as a man? Because that's what happened here. This is so sad. Another guy got zapped. That's so sad. Hey, you know something? This happened to you. You'd be more than sad. You'd be furious. Sam does arts. Of course, you would have to have misplaced aggression too, right? Because you would never come out and even recognize what's going on here. This is a male artist being attacked for making a sexy image of a female. Look, it happens all the time. Look at this. Same idea. Short waist, long legs. This appeals to men, right? And that's all I saw. That was a perfectly good image. Maybe it was touched up by AI, but the point was it turns guys on. That's the motivation.
a big fan of this character and wanted to share their work of this character. And the phrase, please forgive me for having kept silent up until now, seems to imply to me that this person was definitely affected in some way by the cancel culture that was brought upon them.
You mean it's not cancel culture? It's men being attacked. Sam Desart. That's what cancel culture is. How many girls get chased off? They don't. I'm sorry for being quiet. Why were they being quiet? Because these losers know their betters. They know men are being attacked by women. They don't want to say anything. Neither do you, Sam. Neither do you. No. We got to call this out too.
Serious backlash, and this artist was bullied off the platform. Now, the person who made the call out has made an apology. I was wrong. I'm so sorry. I took the post down. The note said this user made a big mistake confusing a real artist with AI and ended it with the artist being bullied and closing their account, which is again very, very sad. Just a horrible situation to be in. The person who made the call out post was only 23, so not a fully developed brain.
This is what I'm calling out. This is a grown adult. You are giving in to feminist attack mode for men. They want to say that everyone under 25 is still a child, so that, older men can't shack up with them, or even men their own age. They want to be called them peds. No, this person is an adult. He knew what he was doing, period.
Understand that. And the person has since made an apology even in Japanese to address the Japanese artist. I am the biggest idiot. I'm so sorry for making such a stupid claim with no basis. I am ashamed that I ruined something you obviously love. What you made is amazing. I say again, I am so sorry. Best of luck. And they've also made a bunch of apology drawings for the artist. I incorrectly accused an artist of using AI with a scathing, terrible draw over of their Mitsuri art. The account closed shortly after. Now, personally, I wanted to do my research. I wanted to
Yeah, but something's not right here. He might have actually done it, but if he was bullied, it wouldn't have been bullied over with this one guy. It was a dog whistle, and everyone piled on this man. Did he come back? I bet he didn't come back, did he?
see why this person decided to make an AI call out in the first place and why everyone else was so convinced that it was not AI. So I did my research. I Googled the original artist and this was the only image that would come up that shows something very, very similar to what I saw of this artist's work. Now, if I just zoom in here, personally, I do not see anything that jumps out at me that screams this was made by AI. I would be very convinced that this was actually
Yeah, you're getting to the point, aren't you, dude? This is a incredibly attractive female character drawn in a way that appeals to men. That's what the issue was, right? So he goes on like he's Sherlock Holmes and saying, "Oh, I wonder what's going on here. Is it AI or isn't it AI?" It's all drivel in the end because it's all missing the point. Now he gives more of the runaway advice. When men are being attacked, give the runaway advice. Go to another platform. Do something else. Now listen.
more so for the art community, for the art babies, for the people who see this kind of stuff happening and get very scared of it. I've got this one trick that is absolutely amazing that'll shut anybody up who tries to call you out on this stuff. Okay, just record your process. I personally screen record.
Just record your process. This is right up there with guys who say, "Oh, you're worried about marriage? Just get a prenup," right? Oh, people chased you off this platform. Just go to this other platform. Just run away, right? Rather than fight for your, you know, rights as a human being, just cave in and let them know that, yeah, you are below them, and you'll just scurry away. You know, in the age of dinosaurs, we were just little shrew creatures scuttling around, burrowing in the holes, right? Can't stand up to the bigger predators, just scuttle away, hide, you know. It's the same old tactics from these guys. Pathetic. If you were really wanted a solution, you should have said, "Hey, community, stand up for this guy. Start standing up for your fellow artists." That's what you say.
Still coexist and we might even be able to be friends. Now, the third point that I want to make
More olive branching, right? Ladies, I like you. Please don't come after me.
about this whole situation is that the cancel culture that exists in the art community is stupid. And I'm talking
Yeah, they always use words like stupid, ridiculous instead of hateful, right? The men being chased off the platform because they draw sexy images of women. I mean, that's so stupid. No, it's disgusting. And guys like you should be standing up to it instead of telling guys to like scurry away.
talking to everybody, okay? Anybody who's ever tried to cancel an independent artist for drawing something that they don't agree with,
Yeah, enough of this. This guy's just another olive branching apologist, right? It's possible he doesn't get it, but I think it's more likely that he's purposely not getting it. Because when you meet these guys or actually get their attention online and explain it, they don't learn. They refuse what you're saying. So I suspect he really knows what's going on and just doesn't want to admit it. What's your name again? Sam does art. Right. Anyway, this is me calling all you guys out, you laydowns. Sam does art. If you had any balls or lack of them, you should get rid of them because those get in the way. That women worship gets in the way. You guys got to say, look, we like drawing sexy images of women that turn us on. It's our right, and we're going to do it. And then you support any guy who does it. That's how it's done. Otherwise, just get used to being a second class citizen. And you know something? I think that's what you're actually going to do because that's what men do. That's their preference. That's their preferred mode. Say, okay, we're second class citizens. How do we scurry and scuttle to get by in life? It's really sad, to be honest.